Have you noticed how anxiety seems to grow with age? It's almost like time, instead of bringing calm, comes with a background noise you just can't turn off. Sleepless nights, racing thoughts, constant worries about health, loneliness, or even your family's future. Many believe this storm is inevitable, just another part of getting older. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? That there's a path, tested for thousands of years, that can quiet that noise in minutes. Here's the shocking truth. You don't need expensive pills, magical formulas, or anyone else to fix it for you. The solution is hidden in the most unexpected place, inside yourself. Buddhist monks discovered 7 teachings so powerful that even modern science confirms their effects. They may sound too simple to work, but when practiced, they bring a serenity most people never experience in their lifetime. And here's the paradox. While the world runs after distractions to calm the mind, TV, medications, endless scrolling, even food, these teachings go straight to the root of anxiety. They don't mask the symptoms. They transform the way you live every single moment. Just imagine waking up tomorrow with less fear, more peace, and more control over your thoughts. Sounds too good to be true? That's exactly what we're about to explore. Get ready, because you're about to discover 7 powerful Buddhist teachings that can silence your anxiety. And the best part? Anyone can practice them, no matter your age, health, or circumstances. But here's a warning. The simpler they sound, the deeper they truly are. Many seniors feel like life has rushed by so quickly that all that's left is to look back with longing or forward with fear. But this first Buddhist teaching reminds us that true life isn't in either place, it's in the present. The now is like a gift we often leave unopened. Anxiety is born when the mind insists on living in places that no longer exist, or that may never come. The present, as ordinary as it seems, is the only reality we can touch, feel, and shape. Picture yourself sitting on your porch at sunset. An anxious mind whispers, "What if it rains tomorrow? What if I get sick? What if no one comes to visit?" But when you take a deep breath and focus on what's right there, clouds drifting slowly, the breeze brushing your skin, your heart calms. It's like turning off a TV full of static so you can finally hear the silence that's been there all along. That's the power of the present. It cuts anxiety at its root. A simple way to practice this teaching is to create small rituals of mindfulness. For example, when drinking your morning coffee, instead of turning on the TV or checking your phone, focus entirely on the taste, the warmth of the cup, the smell filling the air. It may seem trivial, but this tiny shift transforms a routine moment into something sacred. Monks believe that if you can master being present even with your coffee, you can master the art of living. You may wonder, but how can I stay present if my mind won't stop racing? That's natural. After decades of worrying, the mind is like a restless puppy. It runs, barks, escapes. But instead of scolding, you gently call it back. Come back here. We're in the now. It's not a fight. It's an invitation. And the more you practice, the faster the mind learns to return. One practical example for seniors is mindful walking. Instead of walking while stressing about bills or painful memories, pay attention to the sound of your steps, the movement of your legs, the rhythm of your breath. Each step becomes an anchor, a reminder that life is happening in this exact moment. Some call this moving meditation, and it's so effective that even doctors recommend it for anxiety. And here's what's fascinating. Once you start living in the present, you'll realize that much of your anxiety also comes from resisting what's already here. And that brings us to another powerful teaching, one that sounds like a paradox at first. Radical acceptance. Anxiety often hides in a silent battle. The heart wants life one way, but reality insists on being another. It's like rowing against the tide, exhausting yourself without realizing the solution isn't in fighting. It's in letting go of the oars. Radical acceptance teaches something profound. Suffering isn't born from what happens to us, but from the resistance we build against it. When we accept, we stop being prisoners of what we can't change. Take someone with chronic knee pain. Every morning, they wake up cursing, fighting, resenting it. The result? Not just physical pain, but emotional pain, frustration, and anger. Now compare that to someone who accepts, yes, my knee hurts, but I can adapt. I can walk slowly. I can rest more. The pain remains, but the emotional weight lifts. Acceptance doesn't erase reality, but it changes the way we carry it. A monk once said resistance is like gripping a rope pulled tight. The harder you pull, the deeper it cuts into your hands. Letting go doesn't change the rope, but it instantly stops the pain. Many older adults hold on to what life should have been. Children who should have chosen differently. Opportunities that never came. Regrets from choices long past. But isn't it exactly there, in that illusion, that anxiety grows? Try this exercise. Every morning, write 3 sentences starting with, I accept. It could be simple. I accept that my body isn't what it used to be. I accept that some people have drifted away. I accept that time keeps moving. At first it may sting, but with practice, each phrase becomes lighter. It's like opening the windows of a stuffy room. Suddenly, fresh air flows in, and you can finally breathe. Now, don't confuse acceptance with giving up. Acceptance isn't about sitting back. It's about no longer fighting what's already here. A senior may accept aging, but still take care of their health, learn something new, or start a long-dreamed-of hobby. Acceptance is clearing the windshield in a storm. You don't control the rain, but you decide how to drive through it. And once acceptance takes root, something else naturally arises. Awareness of the breath. Because the moment we stop resisting, we realize just how powerful conscious breathing really is. And that takes us to the next teaching, one of the simplest and most powerful of them all. Among all Buddhist teachings, none is more accessible or more transformative than this, conscious breathing. Anxiety speeds up the heart, the mind, even the body, as if we're always on the verge of a race that never starts. Conscious breathing is the hidden switch that turns this alarm system off. Monks say every inhale is a chance to be born again, and every exhale is a chance to release what no longer serves you. We breathe automatically every day without noticing. But imagine using that natural rhythm as a tool to tame an anxious mind. Try this. Inhale slowly while counting to 4, hold for 2, then exhale while counting to 6. Repeat 3 times. Not only will your body slow down, but your racing thoughts will too. It's like every breath clears out the static inside you. Many veterans, people who face trauma and panic, have found conscious breathing to be their lifeline. If it works for them, imagine what it can do for sleepless nights, loneliness, or everyday worries. It's like carrying a free medicine in your pocket with no side effects. For older adults, it's especially valuable. It can be practiced sitting in a chair, lying in bed, or strolling slowly through the yard. Here's a trick. Use visual reminders. Place a small sticker on the fridge or a note near your favorite chair that says, breathe. Every time you see it, take 3 mindful breaths. Over time, this becomes second nature, teaching your body that calm is just one deep breath away. And the benefits aren't only emotional. Science shows deep breathing lowers blood pressure, improves circulation, and even strengthens the immune system. It's a double gift. Peace for the mind, strength for the body. But here's something interesting. Once we learn to breathe consciously, we realize how much of our anxiety also comes from unmet expectations. The desire for things to be different, the fear they won't turn out right. Which leads us directly to the next Buddhist teaching, letting go of expectations. So much of our anxiety comes from the gap between what we dream of and what actually happens. It's like planning a perfect picnic, only to have it rained out. The frustration doesn't come from the rain itself, but from the expectation of sunshine. Buddhism teaches that the more tightly we cling to how life should be, the more we suffer when it unfolds differently. Letting go is like learning to sail with whatever wind comes your way. Many older adults carry expectations heavier than suitcases. Children who should visit more often, friends who should remember, or bodies that should feel like they used to. But whenever should dominates, anxiety grows. Letting go invites us to release those silent demands and focus instead on what still is. For example, instead of waiting for someone to call, pick up the phone yourself. That simple act turns loneliness into connection. Life is like a river. Try to hold water in your hands and it slips through your fingers, leaving only frustration. But open your hands and the river keeps flowing, carrying you to unexpected, sometimes beautiful places. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means allowing life to surprise you. Here's a practice. At the end of the day, write down 3 expectations you had that didn't happen. Then ask yourself, what did I gain or learn instead? Maybe the canceled visit gave you time to read an inspiring book. Maybe the rain brought that fresh, earthy smell you love. This trains the mind to see that the unexpected often hides blessings. And letting go isn't about giving up on dreams. It's about dreaming without chains. Think of planting a tree. You water it, tend to it, nurture it. But you don't control when or how it bears fruit. Seniors who understand this find freedom. Every expectation released is one less anxiety and one more space for joy. And it's within that freedom that something even more powerful blooms. Gratitude. Because once we stop demanding perfection from life, we begin to notice just how much good is already here. If anxiety feeds on what's missing, gratitude grows from what remains. Buddhism sees gratitude as a natural antidote to worry. Think about it. When you focus on what didn't happen, what you lost, or what you wish were different, your heart feels empty. But when you focus on what you still have, you uncover hidden treasures. Gratitude doesn't erase problems, but it completely changes how you carry them. A simple practice is to start and end each day naming 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big, like having enough health to walk, or small, like the smell of fresh bread in the morning. Modern studies show this daily habit lowers anxiety, boosts immunity, and even improves sleep. It's like putting on new glasses and suddenly seeing colors you'd forgotten were there. For seniors, gratitude is especially powerful. Many feel they've lost more than they've gained with time. But gratitude proves otherwise. Even in loss, there's something to appreciate. A loyal friend still here, a grandchild's smile, or simply the gift of being alive to keep learning. Each grateful thought is like a solid stepping stone across the rushing river of anxiety. Here's one way to go deeper. Keep a serenity journal. Each night, write down not only what you're grateful for, but why it mattered that day. For example, I'm grateful for my friend's call because it reminded me I'm loved. That small detail makes the gratitude stronger and plants it deeper in your heart, building resilience for future worries. And gratitude is contagious. Talk more about what you appreciate and less about what you complain about, and you'll see the energy of your home change. A grandparent who speaks gratitude instead of criticism inspires children and grandchildren alike. Anxiety doesn't stand a chance in an atmosphere of thankfulness. And maybe this is the greatest lesson of all. Buddhist teachings aren't distant theories, but practical tools for everyday living. From presence to acceptance, from breath to letting go to gratitude. Each one is a step that quiets an anxious mind and makes space for peace. But none of it matters unless you start applying it today. Now tell me, how many times have you let anxiety steal precious moments from your life? How many nights lost? How many visits wasted? How many conversations only half-lived because your mind was somewhere else? What I've shared here isn't theory. It's a toolbox you can start using today. The real question is, will you try it, or will you put it off once again? Remember, the present is all we truly have. Every conscious breath is a chance to begin again. Imagine if you practiced just one of these teachings each day starting now. How much lighter would your mind feel? How much calmer would your nights be? You don't need to change everything at once. Just take the first step. And if this message opened your eyes, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel right now, hit the notification bell, and like this video. That way, every week you'll receive more wisdom and practical tools to turn anxiety into serenity, fear into confidence, and restlessness into peace. After all, life doesn't wait, and neither should you.